All right, so this morning I got my appointment to get my license plate for the bike. So I'm gonna head over there. It's around like Galleria Mall, and it's like it's like a Placas police department thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and get a video of that and try to get some of the paperwork. They probably won't let me film inside, but I'll try to explain as best as I possibly can. Also, I forgot to say, for those of you who are new to the channel, I bought a bike recently, probably like a month ago, and I'm still trying to figure out how to get a license plate and, you know, insurance and that situation. So this is kind of that video. So I'm here. This is the La Galleria Mall, and then the building is right across the street. We'll see. So I've already been pulled over a few times because I haven't had a tag or I haven't had a plate. And most of the time the police have been really cool because they notice I have like a brand new bike. So of course they're like, it's cool. This is it right here. I'm gonna record as long as I can. So basically I can't get my tag because I don't have one of these things. I can't bring my passport, I can't bring my ID. I'll explain more. So basically they turned me away before laughing at me, honestly. Like it's pretty crazy. Yeah, they told me that I need to have someone who's a resident sign, or I need to get a resident card. Just basically I can't do anything. So I asked them, like, what am I supposed to tell the police if I don't have a license plate? And they basically laughed and was like, oh, well, they're just gonna take your bike away. Instead of, telling me like, oh, you can just get somebody else to come up here. And instead of telling me that the first time. So basically I need somebody else, and I need to put their name on the invoice, and they need to sign, I guess. So it's almost like, I guess, split ownership of the bike. It's just ridiculous. I'm gonna have to find a Mexican resident. I think I'm gonna ask our friend to see if he can come. But like, just how frustrating that was. Like, I come here, I waited a month for my appointment, and then, after a month they finally tell me that I need to have a residency card to get the license plate. It was like, why didn't anybody tell me that in the first place? And tell me like what paperwork I needed. No one did. And then when I got here, they were just like, oh, well, you need this, and there's nothing we can do about that. And so I just further inquired, because I was like, I can't leave here without a license plate. Like, I asked them, like, what am I supposed to tell the police? And they basically were like, oh, the police are just gonna take your bike. And they start laughing like it's funny. And I'm like, I'm straight faced. So then they finally like stopped laughing, and I was like, well, I need everybody. I need to explain what it is that, I need to do, because I waited a month. I tried to read what was going on, and so they told me, yeah, you can get a Mexican citizen to just come and sign the back of the invoice, and that's it. And I'm like, why didn't y'all just tell me that in the first place, instead of like, they basically, yeah, if I wasn't persistent, I would have just went home and nothing would have happened today. Yeah, so my boy Chuck came to save the day. So we headed back over to the license plate place. Hopefully things work out this time. We're back here again. Let's see if it works. Let's see if we can make this happen. So we got to the front of the line, and the lady basically said that he needed to have like a physical copy of his ID for us to do anything. So we're probably gonna have to reschedule for another day. Hopefully it's not like, oh, he just jumped to the front of the line. Okay, I don't know. So we have 1 hour. 1 hour to go. So switched up. Now we're riding on a motorcycle to get to places, because when we were trying to get back, it took a long time. So now we're at Chalk's house now, and then we're gonna head back to the station. It's turning out to be an all-day thing. Because she showed me this. She said I need this or so We got a new appointment. Got to get ID with a motorcycle driver. Got to get a lot of different documents. We'll talk more about it.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm trying. En carros es mucho más fácil.
Sí.
Deben dar, tienes que decirle que ande siempre con los papeles. Cuando vaya en moto tiene que andar con todos.
Ah, ok.
Porque si no tiene placas te van a decir, ¿dónde las robaste o qué?
Yup. That was quite a trip. It was an all-day thing. I'm gonna just show you kind of what they wanted and what happened and everything. So basically when I went by myself, they told me that this document I need to get signed, the back, by someone who either has a resident card or a citizen. My friend Chuck, he signed it, and he brought a bill, so I guess a proof of residence or where he lives, and then also he brought his ID, which we forgot the first time, so that's why we had to go and come back. When I left at like 9. The lady was like, okay, come back before 11 with somebody, or we have to figure out something with your appointment. So I came back at 11 with Chuck. He didn't have his ID, so we had to go, and she said, you have an hour to get back. So we came back in an hour, and then I had the paper signed, but they said that I need to have insurance, and they also said that he can't sign it because he doesn't have a license for a motorcycle. So he couldn't do it either. And they asked me, so I had to have a resident card to get the plate or somebody else. And that was basically it. I brought my passport, I brought proof that I bought the bike, the receipt of how much it costs, the maintenance report for that as well, my residency, my paperwork for the visa. But don't be like me. Just bring all this stuff, and also make sure that you have somebody with you. Help is very important. So we didn't get the license. We didn't get the plate, but I did get this, which says that I have an appointment in 1 more month. And if the police stop me, then I can show them this and I should be good. Wasn't the easiest. Nobody was really helpful to like tell me what I needed. It was just kind of one of those things I had to go there, figure out, and then keep bumping into. Maybe I need to check the website, but hey, we'll see. If you like the video, comment, subscribe, like, all that, and we'll see you next time.
And for more curiosity time.